How about a magic trick?
If there's ever been a movie you've loved, chances are there's one line that stood out to you above all others. While many of these were in the original script, often actors, well-versed in the art of improvisation, take it upon themselves to add a line or two. With that in mind, here are 10 of our favourite lines or scenes that an actor or director were forced to improvise on the spot.
Don't worry about that. Actually, that ain't a bad way to pick up insurance, you know.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
The Tears in the Rain speech may seem perfectly planned in Blade Runner, but actor Rutger Hauer actually made it up on the fly. He claims that out of all the dialogue on the page during this scene, he only kept the 2 lines that made the most sense. As he hoped it would be a great way to sum up Roy Batty's quest, the actor's very happy to see that years later, it's still adored.
Like tears in rain.
Jaws made beachgoers everywhere question going into the ocean when it originally released in 1975. One sentence that the audience latched onto was Roy Scheider's off-the-cuff comment about the size of the vessel the shark hunters were occupying.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
"You're gonna need a bigger boat" became iconic from that point forward.
You talking to me? Well, then who the hell else are you talking to? Talking to me?
Did you know the iconic mirror scene in Taxi Driver where Robert De Niro coined the phrase "you talking to me" was improvised? It turns out director Martin Scorsese, unsure what he should have De Niro say in this crucial character moment, simply advised that the actor talk to himself. He did so for almost 2 hours, resulting in movie magic.
Huh?
No. He's looking at you, kid.
Casablanca is a somber film about a couple parting, culminating in one of the film's most iconic lines. "Here's looking at you, kid." Talk about pulling at the heartstrings. It turns out that this line was actually improvised by Humphrey Bogart. His co-star, Ingrid Bergman, would play cards with other cast members while learning English, and he overheard her use "here's looking at you" in her poker talk. The rest is history.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Sometimes improvisation results from needing to fix an unexpected problem. That's exactly what took place during Raiders of the Lost Ark, when Harrison Ford casually shoots the blade-wielding enemy in the middle of the city. Originally, this was supposed to be an epic fight scene, but on the day of the shoot, Ford was recovering from food poisoning. So instead, they improvised. This resulted in one of the movie's most memorable scenes, except, of course, the snake pit, which still haunts many of our dreams.
Here's Johnny!
Johnny Carson may not appreciate the use of his iconic phrase in a movie about a deranged murderer, but Jack Nicholson did a terrific job scaring moviegoers with 2 simple words. The moment left us terrified, and it took 3 days of filming and 60 doors to get right, but the end result is unforgettable. The Robin Williams-Matt Damon combo in Good Will Hunting resulted in plenty of great moments involving wife farts and cry hugging. But let's talk about that scene near the end.
Son of a bitch. Stole my line.
After reading a letter from Damon's character, Williams subtly improvised the "son of a bitch stole my line" quip, putting a perfect pin on the ending of the film. It also perfectly captures the relationship between these 2 characters and was dubbed Williams' best addition to the movie by Damon himself.
How do you like them apples?
No matches on prints, DNA, dental, clothing is custom, no labels. Nothing in his pockets but knives and lint.
While many believe the hospital explosion in The Dark Knight to be a mistake, it was actually in the script and expertly handled by actor Heath Ledger. However, the moment where the Joker is apprehended and mockingly claps to congratulate Jim Gordon's promotion was not. Nolan encouraged the crew to keep filming, which resulted in just another amazing scene featuring the character. Midnight Cowboy didn't have a huge budget, meaning the crew would often have to film in locations that were not staged. For example, an actual city street. The famous scene resulting in the "I'm walking here" line was improvised by Dustin Hoffman as he was almost hit by a car during the shoot. He says he was more upset about almost losing the take, but ended up playing it off in character, resulting in the memorable line.
Harry Potter is dead! No!
In this giant confrontation, Rafe was let loose, and he was utterly terrifying.
Stupid girl.
We shot it for weeks, and you never quite knew who he was going to turn on, what he was going to say, even.
To keep his co-stars on their toes, Ralph Fiennes, aka Lord Voldemort, used different lines during every take of the final iconic battle scene to get genuine reactions. He would randomly choose something or someone to focus on, with co-star Jason Isaacs, aka Lucius Malfoy, saying,
It kept an entire courtyard full of extras and actors on their toes because he could pick at you at any moment.
And who might you be, young man?
Also, this awkwardness?
Well done.
Yeah, totally improvised as well.
Well done.
Those were a few moments we chose, but do you know an improvised scene we didn't mention? Let us know why you love it in the comments below. Want more? Check out our feature looking at actors who almost played Batman but didn't, or movies you didn't know were based on comics. And, of course, keep it locked here on IGN.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Ta-da! It's